Hello friends, this is Dr. Diptesh Patel and I'll be teaching you jet propulsion and aircraft engineering. Today we are going to take a lecture 2 of solid and liquid propulsion system, and in this presentation we are going to cover propellant oxidizers. So since we know that rocket is a non-air breathing engine, it has to carry its own oxygen. Since we know that the rocket is flying at very high altitude, there may be a chances of scarcity of oxygens, and if we do not provide enough oxygens to the rocket engine, the overall performance of the rocket engine would decline. So therefore, rocket carry its own oxygens, which is known as propellant oxidizers. Now, the overall intentions of carrying these oxidizer is to supply enough amount of oxygen for complete combustions to generate the flue gases, which would help to get the thrust during the expansion in nozzles. Like, since if we do not provide the enough oxygens, the overall performance would decline, and that would lead to the poor thrust, which is not acceptable. Now, there are a different kind of the oxidizer that has been used both for the liquid propellant system and solid propellant system. In liquid propellant system, we use the oxidizer in the form of liquid, while for the solid, we carry the solid oxidizers. So here we are going to first of all discuss the liquid propellant system, and we know that there are many different type of the liquid oxidizers used in liquid propellant system, and like few of them would mention here, such as liquid oxygen, liquid nitrogen, oxygen difluoride. Out of those, we are going to cover some of these liquid propellant system in next slide. So first one is liquid oxygen. Liquid oxygen is the most popular oxidizers, which burn with the bright white yellow flame with most hydrocarbon fuels. It is being used with the combinations of alcohols, jet fuels, gasoline, and hydrogen. Since it can have an ability to burn with many combinations. As the performance is relatively high, it is commonly used propellant in large rocket engines. However, it usually does not burn spontaneously with organic materials at ambient pressure. Combustion can occur when a confined mixture of oxygen and organic matter is pressurized. There are a few benefits of the liquid oxygens, and one of them is it is non-corrosive and non-toxic liquid and does not cause deterioration of container walls. Liquid oxygens can be obtained in several ways, such as by boiling liquid nitrogen out of liquid air. It is also necessary to insulate the tanks during this process that contains the liquid oxygen in order to reduce evaporation loss. Next one is a hydrogen peroxide. It is also a very popular liquid oxidizers, and it is used in highly concentrated form such as 70 to 99 percentage. The remainder is mostly water. Commercial peroxide is approximately 30% concentrated. Hydrogen peroxide will often decompose at a slow rate during storage, and gas will bubble out of the liquid. Contaminated liquid peroxide must be disposed of before it reaches a danger point of about 448 Kelvin, 448 Kelvin, when an explosion usually occurs. Concentrated peroxide causes several burns when it contact with human skin and may ignite and cause fires when in contact with wood, oil and other organic materials. So this is the disadvantages of the hydrogen peroxide. Third one is nitric acid. Now there are a different type of the nitric acid mixture used as a oxidizer, such as red fuming nitric acid, white fuming nitric acid. But out of all these, the red fuming nitric acid is most popular, which is consists of concentrated nitric acid that contains between 5 to 20% of dissolved nitrogen dioxide. The evaporating red-brown fumes are exceedingly annoying and poisonous. Nitric acid is highly corrosive. Only certain types of stainless steel, gold, and few other materials are used as a storage container. Nitric acid has been used with gasoline, various amines, hydrazine, dimethylene hydrazine, and alcohols. It ignites spontaneously with hydrazine, alcohol, aniline, and other amines, and the specific gravity is varying from 1.5 to 1.6 for nitric acid. Then after, the next one is nitrogen tetroxide. Now, nitrogen tetroxide is highly dense yellow brown liquid, and it is being used for the many different applications. Although it is the most common storable oxidizer, its liquid temperature range is small, it is narrow, and it can be easily frozen or vaporized. So therefore, storing of nitrogen tetroxide is very complicated, and it need to be controlled. We need to be controlled its temperature. It is only mildly corrosive when pure, but forms strong acid when moist. It is also hypergolic with many fuels and can cause spontaneous ignition with many common materials such as paper, leather, and wood. The fumes are reddish brown and are extremely toxic. Due to its high pressure, it must be kept in relatively heavy tanks. Nitrogen tetroxide is a storable propellant oxidizer and used in many applications. Then after, let's go through the propellant oxidizer for solid propellant system. Now, since we have discussed that the overall objective of the oxidizer is for the liquid propellant system, here we are going to discuss the same thing, that the aim of the oxidizer is to decompose easily as and when required to produce the oxidizing element for the combustion purpose, which would enhance the overall energy release due to the combustion, which would help us to get the higher thrust. Now the oxidizer for the solid propellant system is the major constituent of composite solid propellant system, and the oxidizers account for approximately 68 to 70% by weight. Now there are a wide range of oxidizers used in a solid propellant system, such as ammonium nitrate, sodium nitrate, potassium nitrate, ammonium perchlorate, potassium perchlorate, lithium perchlorate, hydrazinium perchlorate, nitronium perchlorate. But among all of these, the ammonium perchlorate is widely used for the many applications as a oxidizer. The oxidizer should have high oxygen content, high heat of formation, high density, good thermal stability, low hydroscopicity, low cost, and should not undergo phase transmission. This is all at the moment. If you have any doubt, you can write down in the comment box. Thank you very much.